In the beginning, there was a brain. A big beautiful brain. Then, out from the fog, appeared two gigantic Jews. These Jews happened to have exactly 0 brains, so when they saw her, the Jews couldn't process what was going on. They stumbled forward towards the huge pulsing brain, and when they got close, the 3 beings merged. That was the day they became 2 Jews, 1 brain. This is their story.
So, we had a very traumatic experience this week that I'd like... Do you mind if I share with them?
Go for it.
I want your support, but... So, we had a break-in at the home. I was very frightened. You shit yourself.
I literally shit myself.
His diapers were full for weeks.
I had so many diapers already laying around the house. And oh man, that night it tripled.
So we were in our home, and we should explain. We live in a castle. Well, we call it a man's home is his castle. So for us, our castle is underground.
It's underground.
It's in Brooklyn.
It is.
And so we were just sitting there, just lying around, just enjoying our lives, when all of a sudden we hear a crash, bang, kapow, like Spider-Man, like kapow, and we realized, oh no, we've been broken into. I got down on the floor, I covered my head, and I said, stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and I couldn't stop saying it.
Oh, that tragic break-in. It was crazy. These men with masks.
Horrible masks. Very tiny men.
They were very tiny men. They had masks over their eyes like bandits from movies.
Like Crash Bandicoot almost.
But they had this form of communication where they weren't speaking words.
It was like...
And
they took all our food.
They must have thought that there was something in our trash bags that have some sort of value.
They probably smelled the poopy diapers.
They probably smelled the poopy diapers, and I assume it was gang related, and I assume that they assumed that there was diamonds in it, that we were smugglers.
It would make a lot more
because
sense.
These
very tiny burglars, they took everything that wasn't tied down. And we do tie down a surprising number of our items.
And the thing that's weird is that it seemed like they were more scared of us than we were of them.
The thing is, too, we called the police and we said, there's been a break-in, come immediately to our home. It's the castle in Brooklyn. It's underground. And they said, you do not have a home address? And we said, no, it's fine, just come over.
We gave them the nearest street address.
They said, this is not an emergency. And we described the suspects. They said, those are raccoons. We said, we're still going to need you to come by. And they said, excuse me, if you are truly squatting in someone's basement, we're going to have to advise you to call your lawyer. At which point, we reached out, because thankfully we have a family friend.
Yes. What's our lawyer's name?
Shmoyle.
Shmoyle.
Shmoyle the lawyer. It's a mouthful, but he gets a lot of business just for being Shmoyle the lawyer.
Shmoyle Smorgasbord.
Shmoyle Smorgasbord, attorney at law. So we went into Shmoyle and we said, Shmoyle, here's the thing. We've been online a lot lately. We've been Googling. We've been just non-stop. It's pretty unhealthy the way we've been Googling.
We can't get off the Google.
We can't stop, won't stop the Google.
We still don't have it fully figured out. We're trying to memorize everything on it, but it's taking quite some time.
The one next to the space bar is the A key.
Yes.
That's the one I've learned this week.
What I want to know is, why did they organize it into my initials?
They said 2 Jews, 1 brain, like right there.
Just right there.
Right there on that keyboard.
Faces.
It's pretty disturbing. So we got a little paranoid and we went to Shmoyle.
Shmoyle Smorgasbord.
And Shmoyle Smorgasbord, he told us, you do not have an appointment.
We said, Shmoyle, you know us.
Shmoyle.
It's 2 Jews.
It's 2 Jews. And he said, you've been coming here for years. I still don't understand why you think I'm your attorney.
And we said, Shmoyle, come on. You've been our attorney for so long. You've helped us through the hard times.
We knew you when you were just a little boy, a schmoil boy.
A schmoil
Young
boy.
Morgenstein smorgasbord.
Schmoil Morgenstein smorgasbord.
He went to yeshiva right there in Flatbush. Flatbush Yeshiva. He was little Shmuel Morgenstein smorgasbord. I remember his bar mitzvah. Oh, so as soon as he graduated law school, we went to him and we said, you're going to represent us. And he said, I'm afraid I'm not a lawyer. And we winked at him and we said, sure, Shmuel.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, Shmuel.
He's very silly, that Shmuel.
Oh.
Anyway, he said to us, if you're going to be recorded, you have to consent.
And personally, I don't know how I feel about this.
I'm still a little violated. So we're talking to Shmuel, right? We go right into his office and we say, Shmuel, we've got a question. We're two Jews. We're crazy. We've got a podcast. And he said, what? This is America. As a Jew, you're not supposed to have a podcast.
And we said, Shmuel,
Morgenstein, smorgasbord.
You think you can tell us what to do like you're our father?
We do what we want in our house.
This is
a
our
man's
goddamn
house is his castle, and our castle is deep underground somewhere in Brooklyn.
Somewhere we can't give you the exact
We don't want to
address.
give you the coordinates. We've had a lot of issues with that in the past. Most people who call us on the phone, we tell them where we live, and we've learned from experience that although it's fun, it tends to cause certain issues.
People always say, oh, it must be so cool to live in a castle underground in Brooklyn. And we say, yeah, it is.
It's fine.
But also, you don't know how hard it is for us.
The upkeep on this place, unbelievable.
Outrageous.
Do you know how hard it is to live anywhere in New York City on government disability money?
Yes, technically, we don't pay for it. Yes, technically, we built it with our own hands.
Now, are we
arms.
squatters in our own home? By New York law, yes.
Yes.
Shmuel told us that they could not evict us if we say that we're squatters. So legally, if you're listening, Judge George Lopez, we are squatters. Wink. Legally, we are squatters in our Brooklyn underground castle.
We
built with our own two hands.
We put on our JDate account that we are, in fact, legal squatters.
We're legal and we're ready to mingle, and it's really appealing to most of the women between the ages of 64 and 112.
They're just happy to have someone to talk to as well.
Yeah, and honestly, we're not opposed.
Yeah, personally, we are not old, as previously stated.
As we've said.
But we are okay and open with older female Jewish gentlemen.
Now, to be fair, they must be Jewish.
They have to be Jewish.
We've had a lot of people of color reach out to us, and that's fine. We definitely have no problems with that.
We had this one woman, and she was so sweet.
Total sweetie.
Her name was Carmen Electra.
Carmen.
And she tricked us into sex thousands of times.
Over and over. She would wear that sweet little nightie, and she would say, yiddle diddle diddle diddle, and we'd say, you remind us of our mother.
Oh, yes, our mother.
And then right after coitus, every time, she would take off her wig, and she would say, haha, I got you, I'm
not Jewish, exactly.
She was a shiksa.
She was a dirty shiksa.
So she could fool us every time.
But the thing is, she would put on different hats. She would switch up her payas.
And we'd think she was a Jewish gentleman.
And
we would say, hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Are you coming home from shul?
And then she would say, you too.
You're gonna want to come and follow me to your bedroom.
To your bedroom, she said.
And we would say, oh, is there something of Jewish interest in my bedroom?
And then she would take off her coils.
And we would say, oh, you were a lady.
And then she would say,
not only am I a lady, I'm a Jewish lady. Now ravish me.
Nothing gets us more turned on than when someone says that they're a Jewish lady.
That's all it takes.
We need to hear it come out of their mouth.
And then, like, if we still had much of a penis, it would be rock hard.
Oh.
Like you know how people have, like, a phantom limb? We do have a phantom penis.
Exactly.
And it gets so hard just hearing the words Jewish in combination with the word lady.
So, on that note, as you know, our penis is gone. But the phantom penis, it's like when someone plays, like, an air guitar, we can do that with our penis.
I can come all the way to orgasm just air masturbating.
Exactly.
It's like that, but with a phantom penis.
We rock out with a phantom penis out.
And what's convenient about that is you don't even need to unzip your pants.
It's great.
It's always there if you need it.
You just go to town.
And you don't need to pop a pill.
You can do it
anywhere.
anywhere.
Need a penis pump. Many men our age, they're having, well, men significantly older than us.
Well, yeah, all men.
Many gentlemen, they have issues. Not for us. We just think about how rock hard we are. All of a sudden, we are ravishing Carmen Electra in our underground Brooklyn kiss.
With our air penises.
With our air penises rock hard all the way out.
She keeps saying,
"Is
it in yet?"
Jewish lady.
And we said, yes, it's in spirit.
And then she just feels ravished at that point. You understand.
They get it.
The people get it. So the point is, we're right in Shmuel Morgenstein Smorgasbord's office, and he's a very handsome young Jewish gentleman. And we say, what about this recording? Are we going to get in legal trouble?
He said to us, what are you even talking about? I'm not a lawyer.
I'm your nephew's best friend from yeshiva, and I'm going to have to ask you to get out of my apartment.
He said, I'm 13 years old. And we said, Shmuel, we're also 13.
Shmuel, we're having our Sweet 16 next week. You should really come out. And he said, I'm busy that week. And we said, we didn't even tell you the day. And he said, I'm going to be in the Catskills. And we said, fine, we'll relocate the party to your family's house in the Catskills. And he said, please don't do that. I'm feeling afraid for my life.
And we said, Shmuel, come on. You're being a little Schmidt, okay?
I get it because his name is Shmuel.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got it. Oh, it was a joker. He's the joker. So, but I guess we should follow up. So Shmuel was a total dead end. He did not come to the party. He had no legal advice, which means he's a bad lawyer.
He's a horrible lawyer.
Honestly, one of the worst attorneys, which is sad. He's been in our employ for 25 years. So we left Shmuel and we said, fine, we'll throw this Sweet 16. We don't need a Morgenstein smorgasbord. We've got ourselves. We've got 2 Jews. We have 1 brain. But then we did have to make the guest list.
Boom.
And it was hard because we're very lonely.
The only people we really know, us.
Karen.
That
bitch Nazi Karen.
Nazi therapist Karen.
We know the judge.
We know Judge
the Honorable
Lopez.
Dr. George Lopez.
Oh, he's a true gentleman.
We met a significant number of people from that hotline. Sharon.
Oh, Sharon. Sharon Burgess?
Sherrig Bergman.
Sherrig Bergman.
Yeah.
We really need to hook her up with
we gotta reach back out to her. Yeah, they would get along. If you don't think about it too hard, they have a lot in common.
We actually invited Cheryl to a dungeon.
And she said, this seems normal, but I'm afraid I'm busy that week. And we said, well, so we didn't even give you a date. She said, I'm in the Catskills. And we said, everyone with the Catskills.
You know who else is in the Catskills? We have the perfect we have the perfect man for you. His name is Shmuel.
Shmuel, wait for it, Morgenstein Smorgasbord. Attorney at law. He's a very young attorney. They're popping him out these days. 13 years old, goes to yeshiva, having a bar mitzvah any day now. Now, he was too busy to come to our Sweet 16, but he's in the cat. You'll meet him. He's great.
And she said, wait, you're saying he's 13 years old?
And we said, yeah, is that a problem? You're ageist now? Come on, Shark Butchman.
She said, well, I don't think that's legal. But we said, listen, Cheryl.
He's a lawyer.
He's a lawyer.
He can advise you on that.
If you can keep your mind shut, you better just get out of our home.
Yeah, honestly, at that point, we're doing everything we can to help you, and we don't understand why you're being closed-minded. Love is love is love, and love finds a way, and the lawyers can sort out the details.
Age is just a number.
And numbers are just a construct.
And constructs are just
Buildings
buildings.
in Manhattan.
Exactly. A construct? Like, what are you...
I was going to say I worked in construction, but let's be honest, that's a fantasy.
Yeah.
I once thought about working in construction, and then I got a phantom injury. It was the whole thing. I was asleep. I was screaming. It was a long
Your
night.
phantom screams?
My phantom scream caused a phantom injury at my fantasy construction job. They get it. We've all
That
been
was
there.
your favorite fantasy job, too. It's so sad.
It was honestly one of my favorites. I
You
talked
would
about it
come
for
home-
weeks.
Yes, you would come home every day from right outside the house. And you
At
would say,
5:30, I would walk out, and then I'd walk back in, and I'd say, "Honey, I'm home." At which point, the neighbors would once again pound on the ceiling. For them, it was the floor, and they would say, "You stop squatting down
they
there."
said, we're going to call the fucking police if you don't get out of there.
And we said, "Wink," and then we went to sleep
And
at 5:45. It was a good day.
They assumed that we left, but, like, it's our home, okay? So
Yeah, we squatters' rights. Squatters' rights. That's our motto.
we squat by day and we squat by night.
Honestly, my butt is getting huge from all these squats.
Oh, so much squats.
You should see me in yoga pants. So we decided to reach out. Sherrick seemed very interested.
At the end, we did convince her.
She said, "Okay, if you're gonna keep talking my ear off, I'll meet the guy. I can't, no promises, but I'll be in the Catskills. He'll be in the Catskills next week. We both don't like you very much. Maybe this'll be a hit."
So we said, all right, we're going to give him a call. So later that night, we took out our Google phone.
We took it and we said, "Call Schmoyle Morgenstein Smorgasbord." And it said, "I can't understand you."
So we just typed in the number.
So we typed in the number and we hit call, and a very young, very scared voice answered, and he said, "My parents would really like you to stop calling this number. They have filed for a restraining order."
And we said, oh, Schmoyle, you're
Schmoyle.
such a funny boy.
You trickster, you.
And then, very promptly, Schmoyle's mother,
She got
she
on the
took
phone.
the phone away from him, and she said, listen, okay, I know you keep meeting my son outside of Hebrew school, and
He's trying to study for his bar mitzvah.
this is against the law. You are harassing him. And we said, listen, Schmoyle's mother, okay, if you think
Your
that
son is a very accomplished young lawyer, and we would just really appreciate his legal advice. Then just one more question.
we've been talking to your son for like 5 years
For
now.
years now.
So
his
many
office
years.
hours at the show, very convenient.
And she said, office hours? My son, he's 13 years old.
He's studying for his bar mitzvah. She was hysterical.
And then we were like, okay, Schmoyle's mother, then
Yeah,
how
sure.
come he's always there
He's
at the same
always
time?
there. And she tried to give us some garbage about, Hebrew school, and he's a student, he goes
Schmoyle's
to yeshiva.
mom.
Like, we get it, like, wank,
Wank.
like, oh, you're so important, get over yourself, Schmoyle's mom. The point is, she kept saying this bullshit about restraining orders and older creepy men, and we said, excuse us, please put Schmoyle on the phone, we need his legal advice, we do not understand restraining orders. And she hung up on us. And that hurt. That really reminded me of my mother.
I mean, the rejection of Schmoyle's mother when all we asked was to speak to her lawyer son.
We just wanted some legal counsel to better understand the restraining order. So we met him the next week at his office hours. And we said, Shmuel, here's the thing. First of all, you're going to have to explain this whole restraining order garbage.
Also, why is your mother handling your business phone?
Did you hire her as like a pity thing? Because honestly, she is terrible,
Garbage.
Despicable.
Despicable.
And then we said, by the way, just on a side note, you're going to be in the Catskills next week. We were thinking about being in the Catskills, but we are not allowed to be within 500 yards of you.
And he did say, how did you know I was going to be at the Catskills?
We said, come on now.
Come on.
We've been close for a long time now. The point is, there's a young woman you might want to meet. Her name is Sherry Bergman. We're old family friends. Never mind how we met. It was or was not a sex hotline. We would really like you to meet her. She's very interested in your work. And he said, please get away from me. I'm calling the police.
And then, before he could even call the police, one of the, Mr. Authority people from the Hebrew school came out.
I teach his 13th grade class.
He said, if you don't leave Shmuel alone, I'm going to kick your ass. And we said, who do you think you
will
are?
be going home, but we will see you at his next office hours. And that was the day.
That was the day.
We'll have to let them know how it goes.
We'll keep you updated, of course.
Yeah, next time we see him, we'll say hi for you. Thank you, Brain Trust.
Thank you.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
And that's the end of the episode here. We just before we go, yeah, I know you're thinking I'd like to go now, but you might want to stick around because we'd like to thank a few people. If you've bought our merchandise, if you're part of the Brain Trust, you might enjoy the work of Amazon. It's our website.
Amazon.
It's like a computer,
It's like something,
but like a
like that?
big one.
There's definitely batteries involved.
A lot of them. I know I've bought 3 or 4.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that last time we Amazoned, when we went from the Amazon. Oh, it was
Our
so
merchandise.
good. Top notch.
Yes. Amazon. It's a computer.
It's a computer.
We'd like to thank Shmuel's mother. She, terrible bedside manner.
Terrible. But,
And-
his son, for making him
Good people.
good people, those
Yeah.
Shmoyles.
Yeah, that's the thing, is the Shmuel family, the Morgenstein smorgasbords, they know how to raise a good kid.
All right, next we would like to give a shout out to our sponsor, Del Taco.
Del Taco. What's great about them, it's not their food so much, but if you need food,
It is
food.
It is food. And
Del Taco, it's nearby.
Del Taco.
Del Taco. Next up, we heard a frightening report about our next sponsor. It's sugar-free Red Bull, and the internet is going wild with speculation.
Scientists are saying all this mumbo jumbo.
Oh, it causes dementia. Oh, the artificial sweeteners plus the colors make it so your brain's gonna go rotten after a sugar-free Red
Yes.
Bull.
And whether that's true or not,
It might be.
It could be, but we love it.
We love the taste, and honestly, you might forget a whole lot with the dementia, the amnesia, the Alzheimer's, but you'll never forget
That
sweet, sweet taste of sugar-free Red Bull.
Sugar-free Red Bull.
Never forget.
And so this last one, this is a shout out, not necessarily a thank you, more of a...
We'd like to acknowledge that they exist.
Yes,
It's
we are
Brooklyn
acknowledging them.
PD. You call them the garbage. They don't
garbage.
honestly help.
They refuse to help you despite your potential danger. They, as we previously said, they said, those are raccoons.
What do
when
they
we
know
had the
from
break-in.
raccoons?
What do they know? Turns out, yes, it was raccoons.
In this case.
In this case.
But they're lazy, the garbage, Brooklyn PD.
Yes, Brooklyn PD.
The garbage.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
That's our slogan
This
to
is
them.
this has been our episode. This is 2 Juice 1 Brain. Please drive safe, tip your waiter, and have a good night.
Thank you.
Bye-bye now.